Dark Wings, Dark Words is the second episode of the third season of HBO's fantasy television series Game of Thrones, and the 22nd episode of the series. Written by Vanessa Taylor, and directed by Daniel Minahan, it aired on April 7, 2013. The title is an in-universe old saying about messenger ravens, referring to the fact that such urgently delivered messages are often bad news. In the episode, Robb Stark receives news of the death of Hoster Tully as well as the sack of Winterfell and the disappearances of Bran and Rickon. Plot: in King's Landing, Sansa Stark is invited to lunch by Lady Margaery Tyrell and her grandmother Lady Olenna. While there, Sansa is asked to tell them about King Joffrey Baratheon, and whether he will be a good husband to Margaery. Sansa is reluctant to speak the truth about him, but she is eventually persuaded to tell them of his cruelty. While being fitted for his wedding clothes, King Joffrey discusses his bride to be with his mother, Queen Cersei. Afterward, he invites Margaery to his chamber to discuss his upcoming hunt. He grows impatient with her answers to his questions regarding her last husband, Renly Baratheon, and whether they consummated their marriage. Margaery informs him that they did not, and under further questioning she explains that Renly did not appreciate the company of women. Joffrey tells her that he was aware that Renly was a degenerate, and has considered making his perversion punishable by death. Margaery tells him that would be his right as a king. The conversation turns to Joffrey's new crossbow, and he tells Margaery that he would enjoy watching her kill something with it. Tyrion Lannister returns to his chamber to find she waiting for him. He warns her of his father's promise to him regarding his whoring, but she is undaunted. She warns him that Lord Baelish has taken an interest in Sansa Stark, to which he replies that, now that she is no longer Joffrey's future queen, many men will take interest in her. Beyond the wall, Mance Rayder continues to be distrustful of Jon Snow, speaking to him while marching toward the wall. Along with Tormund Giantsbane and Ygritte, they stop briefly to speak with Uriel. Uriel is revealed to be a warg, one who is capable of seeing through the eyes of animals. He awakens from his trance to tell Mance that he has seen the Fist of the First Men, and the aftermath of the battle which took place there. While marching back to the wall, Samwell Tarly falls from exhaustion. He is aided by Green and Ede, before the Lord Commander orders Ras to ensure Sam reaches the wall alive. In the north, while heading toward the wall, Bran Stark has a dream, where he is trying to shoot the three-eyed crow, but is confronted by a boy who explains that it is impossible, as Bran is the crow. When he awakens, Bran, Hodor and Osha continue their northern march with Bran's younger brother Rickon. Later, while Hodor and Rickon are away, Osha suspects someone is following them and leaves to investigate. Bran is then confronted by the boy from his dream, who reveals that he is Jurgen Reed, and a seer like Bran. He is accompanied by his sister, Mira. Jurgen says that he too had the dream, and that they have been searching for Bran, believing he will play a critical role in the future. Theon Greyjoy has been taken captive by a group of men and is being tortured for information. Despite Theon answering all questions truthfully, they continue the torture. After they leave, a boy, who claims to have been sent by Theon's sister Yara Greyjoy, promises to aid him once the soldiers are sleeping. In the Riverlands, King in the North Robb Stark receives two letters, one informing him of the death of his grandfather, Hoster Tully, and the other bearing the news that his home, Winterfell, has been put to the torch by the Iron Islanders. Furthermore, Bran and Rickon were not found among the ruins of Winterfell. He informs his mother, Lady Catelyn, of this news, and they depart for River Run, her girlhood home, for her father's funeral. While on the road, Lord Rickard Karstark voices his displeasure with the funeral distraction. Later, Catelyn discusses her children with Queen Talisa, providing a surprising insight into her relationship with Jon Snow and how she feels responsible for what is happening to all of them. Traveling north, Arya Stark, Gendry, and Hot Pie are discovered by a small party led by Thoros of Mai, who suspects them of having escaped Harrenhal. He tells them that he and his men fight for the Brotherhood without banners, and takes them to an inn to eat. Once finished, Arya, Gendry, and Hot Pie are leaving when another group of Brotherhood soldiers enter with a captive Sandra Clegane, who recognizes Arya and reveals her true identity to Thoros and his men. Brienne of Tarth continues to transport Ser Jaime Lannister to King's Landing, hoping to trade him for Sansa and Arya. While traveling, they encounter a farmer who warns them of the danger in traveling the King's Road. Jaime warns Brienne that the farmer might give their presents away and must be killed, but Brienne refuses. When they are later traveling across a bridge, Jaime seizes opportunity and takes one of Brienne's swords, but she gains the upper hand. Before their fight can be concluded, they are taken captive by Locke, a bannerman of Lord Roose Bolton, aided by the farmer, who recognized Jaime. Production, written by co-writer Vanessa Taylor, who previously had written the episodes Garden of Bones and The Old Gods and The New for Season 2. Casting: this episode also marks the first appearances of Diana Rigg, Mackenzie Crook, Paul Kaye, Thomas Brodie Sangster, Ellie Kendrick, Philip McGinley, Noah Taylor, and Iwan Rheon. Reception, ratings: Dark Wings, Dark Words' first airing was seen by 4.27 million viewers. Taking into account the viewers of the later repeat, the figures rose to 5.54 million. Critical reception: IGN's Matt Fowler gave the episode an 8.5/10, writing not many big moments in this week's Game of Thrones, but a lot of new characters came into play. David Sims, reviewing for the AV Club, rated the episode with a B+ for newbies. Todd Van Der Werf, rating for experts, also gave the episode a B+. References. External links: Dark Wings, Dark Words at HBO.com, Dark Wings, Dark Words at the Internet Movie Database, Dark Wings, Dark Words at TV.com.